Fox Valley TV welcomes you to Plano's Reaper Stadium, where tonight the Plano Reapers face off against another conference team, the Herscher Tigers. I'm Tom Molding, and alongside me tonight is my co-commentator, Mike Johnson. Mike, how are you doing tonight?
Doing great, Tom. It's a beautiful night for football. 65 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. Beautiful night for Friday night lights, and a great game to kick off the I-8 large conference play this year.
Absolutely. It looks like an exciting game. We have fireworks going off, and both teams seem ready to face each other. Plano's coming off of a win last week, but lost 2 weeks ago, going 1-1 as of now. And the Tigers are going 2-0. Both obviously wins the past 2 weeks, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and the Reapers, they have a much different looking squad. Last 2 years, we saw a lot of success from the Reaper squad, but they lost 20 of 22 starters from last year's team, and it's really an unknown at this point on how this team is going to turn out. They lost in embarrassing fashion to Johnsburg 2 weeks ago, 70-0 on their home field, but their defense rebounded nicely last week against Harvard with a 22-0 shutout victory. They're facing a Herscher Tiger team coming off an 11-1 season record last year. They return 11 of 22 starters, plenty of skill position players returning too. I'll go over those throughout the game, but
number 10 for the Reapers, Emmanuel Valles will tee the ball up.
Let's see if they can
Back
pull out
for
a
the
victory
Tigers
against a very tough Herscher Tiger team.
Let's see it. By the sounds of it, Plano sounds like a sure wild card, but it could be a very entertaining game. Plano
number 33, Max Leiser.
Herscher will be receiving.
Check that, number 23.
All right, ball goes up and way backfield. Looks like it's going to be falling down into the end zone.
And the kick goes into the end zone. It'll be ruled a touchback.
Herscher's head coach is Dan Wetzel. He's only in his third season, but he has a very successful start to his coaching career at Herscher with a 19-5 record. Plano's head coach is Brad Coons. He's in his fifth season. He's got a 31-13 record. So both these coaches have yet to miss the playoffs so far in their seasons coaching their respective teams.
All right, as we set up here. We're going to see quarterback, that's number 32 out there, if I'm not mistaken. Looking like Anthony Coranda. Oh, no, pardon me. I do believe that's number 26. That is Carter Hendricks. With the ball right there, we see Ryan
in the flat to number 32,
Anthony is number 32.
Coranda.
That's Anthony Coranda.
Coranda, a key player to watch tonight. He's a conference rushing leader from last year. He returned for his senior season after over 1,500 yards rushing for Herscher last year. He's going to be a huge factor in tonight's ball game. You'll see him get a lot of touches. Number 7, the quarterback, Tyler Jarnigan, also a senior. He's a converted wide receiver. He's played well the first 2 games. We'll see how he does.
All right, and there he goes. That's Jarnigan with the ball, handing it off. Staying up, putting the fight going down.
Goes to number 3,
that was to Axel Bertrand. You know, the cover there. Looked like that was
Tigers pick up enough for a first down at the 33-yard line.
Number 28
on the stop was Gabriel Rodriguez, and along with Ivan Garcia.
You see at the bottom of the screen, number 85, that's Tyler Stewart. He's a senior wide receiver, another player to watch tonight for Herscher. He's 6'7", 240 pounds. He will be a handful for Alex Chavez, the cornerback tonight.
Up the middle to number 32, Anthony Coranda. He is met immediately. Leading the way for the Reapers, number 56 is Drew Chernick. No gain on the play. It'll be second down and 10
nice
yards
tackle on that
to go.
play by Drew Chernick. He's a sophomore being brought up to the varsity this year. He already has 3 sacks. He's been a major force on that defensive line for the Reapers so far in these first couple ball games.
Very impressive. All right. Looks like Jarnigan handing off the ball again. This is to number 22 this time, Matt Dorsey.
The handoff goes to number 22, Matt Dorsey. He's able to turn the corner.
Making a gain of a few yards there. That's a first down for the Tigers.
Gabriel Rodriguez and Yuri Rodriguez, 28-29.
A little bit off the 50-yard line.
Nice job by the Reapers. Front line gets some penetration in the backfield, but they had nobody with outside contain, and Dorsey able to find some room along the right side, and he picks up another first down for the Tigers.
All right, well, we'll see what we have to do here with the Tigers. Far back pass over there to Jernigan, hands it off to Jernigan, actually the ball carrier on there. Finding space, getting a good run off of that.
Keeper, it's number 7, Tyler Jernigan.
Jernigan, 6'2", 160-pound senior, able to break a tackle and escape into the second level.
Herscher picks up the first down there at the 40-yard line
Tigers now have
of
the ball
the
in Reaper
Reapers.
territory.
Definitely not where you want to see the ball early game for Plano Reaper. Doing a decent job on the defense. We're still seeing, maybe they're still warming up out there, but we'll see what they have to do coming up.
Pass goes to number 85, Tyler Stewart.
That was Tyler Stewart from Herscher with the carry.
Made by
Jesus Herrera, number 6
for the
Reapers. The Reapers.
Reaper defense mainly runs out of a 3-4 set, so it's a defense that relies
the
heavily on their linebackers.
And 4 yards to go.
And also a big nose tackle to help anchor the front line.
All right, we got 2nd and 4 here for the Tigers. Stewart again handing that ball off.
The handoff inside is to number 32, Anthony Caranda. Leading the way for the Reapers is number 58, Austin Harrelson.
And Austin Harrelson on the tackle there.
Also, there was
from the
number
Reapers.
16.
We're going to need to see a lot of game tackling tonight from this Reaper defense. You saw Harrelson in
third
there,
and a yard
Drew
to
Church,
go
number 56.
for the Tigers.
A couple other Reapers. Anthony Caranda, a very powerful back. He's going to be pushing the pile forward. It's going to take more than one Reaper defender to bring him down.
Absolutely. We've seen him make a couple of pushing plays, and here he goes again. Holding on to actually 78 there. That's Ethan Miller making the ball, finding space, going for it.
On the quarterback keeper, Tyler
quarterback
Jernigan.
Keeper, that was Tyler Jernigan.
Is into the end zone
and makes it into the Reaper end zone for an early touchdown.
Jernigan showing some athleticism early as he's able to escape this Reaper defense. A lot of arm tackles. You don't want to do that as a defender. You want to try to hit the player right in the hit him low with your shoulder pads. You don't want to try to wrap up an arm tackle and dive. That's typically not going to work. Jernigan, a very big athlete, so it's going to take a lot more than that to bring him down.
Tyler Stewart to attempt the conversion kick.
We have Tyler Stewart up for the Tigers to go for the extra point. Goes up.
And the kick is no good.
And the refs are calling it a no good kick. Went a little high there, it looked like.
9 minutes and 18 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. And the Herscher Tigers are
score
on the board
after
with
the
6.
First Tigers touchdown is 6-0. Tigers over the Reapers, but we still we're about to see the Reapers go on offense. And what do you think about that, Mike?
Well, the Reaper offense looks a lot different this year. They were mainly with Tyler Ward as quarterback. He was a 3-year starter up until last year. He's now at Western Illinois. They were running shotgun and pistol formations, a lot of spread offense, a lot of passing, and a lot of spread running plays. But this year they went back to their old offense under Jimmy Green, 2 wingback set, which won them 2 state titles back in the 2000s. It's been a while since we've seen it. Coach Coons implementing a run-heavy offense again with some of his key skill position players lost graduation from last year. But it's going to feature Dimitri Coker, Mauricio Perez, returning key returnee from last year, who got a lot of carries. He'll be the lead back. And then we're also going to see some interesting play at quarterback. Keegan Shettles, the senior starter, will be starting tonight, but also look out for junior Bryson Schmidt to get in on the action as well, as Coach Coons has given both these guys a chance, as we've had a quarterback battle going on since preseason.
All right, way backfield, catching the ball. It looks like number 1, that's Alex Chavez, and getting run out by about...
Alex Chavez on the return.
Looks like the 25-yard line.
Stopped by number 22,
Matt Dorsey.
Chavez, another key player. He had a 40-yard touchdown reception at Harvard last week. Also a key contributor in the defensive backfield for the Reapers.
At the 30-yard line.
All right. So going into this, we already see Chavez being able
up
to
front for the
use some of that speed
Reapers,
getting around some of the players.
73,
Let's see what he can do here.
52 is Dominic Esposito. The center is 64, Ernesto Rosales. 59 is Jason Jimenez, and 77, Brian Rodriguez.
All right, right off the back of the line,
on
looks
the
like
carry,
he brought
number
down
9,
right away.
Dimitri
That
Coker.
was Dimitri Coker on the carry.
You'll see a lot of
On
that.
the stop is number
Saw
54,
crossbuck
Logan
play
Fritz.
there. You'll see a lot of fakes, a lot of motion.
Also in the backfield
a lot
with
of
Coker
trickery to try to
number
get
34,
this
Mauricio
defense,
Perez. The fullback is Daniel
keep them
Schultz.
on their heels.
The quarterback is Keegan Shettles. Wide receivers, number 1, Alex Chavez. Tight end, Nick Woodhouse, 81.
Being brought down again, maybe for a gain of about
on the carry,
1 yard,
number 33
if it looks like.
Is Torrey Jackson.
Torrey Jackson, number
50,
33
Luke
with the ball.
Engelman.
Being brought down by Luke Engelman.
Gain of 2 on
from
the play.
Tigers.
We'll call
That's
it second down.
Call it 3rd and 9.
Check that. Third down,
Reapers.
9 yards to go.
About 30-yard line. All right, we see Mauricio Perez with the ball, running, getting pushed back past that original line of scrimmage.
34, Mauricio Perez.
Some of these run
Leading
plays
the
for
way,
the Reapers take a
88,
long
Luke
time to
Cross.
develop. You saw it there.
And number 50,
Perez, a
Luke Engelman.
very solid runner
Brings
as he
up
got the
fourth
ball
down
on the right
for
side.
the
Looked like
Reapers
he had some room for a
at their
moment,
own
but
31-yard
Herscher
line.
defense able to catch up quickly as Perez was waiting for some blocks. He just didn't have enough
Punter,
time
number 30,
for that play
Austin
to
Buick.
develop, and he didn't gain
Deep
much
for
there as the
the
Reapers already have to punt.
Yep.
Tigers,
We've seen Perez
number 22
in
is
past
Matt
years,
Dorsey.
past seasons, doing really well with the running work, and I'm sure we'll see a little bit of him coming out tonight with a couple more good plays, but we'll have to wait and see. All right, ball goes up. And the Reapers are going to let it fall right about the 32-yard line.
The ball's going to roll dead inside the 35-yard line at about the 32.
That ball took a nice Reaper
And
bounce,
that's where
an extra
the Tigers
7
will
yards
begin.
or so, as the Tigers will start at around their own 32.
Any extra luck right now seems like it'd be good, especially after that early touchdown by the Tigers. So hopefully the Reapers defense had a little bit to talk about when they were down, and we'll see what they can do here. Taylor Jernigan definitely a powerful quarterback. We've seen him run the ball straight into the Reaper end zone, and definitely knows where his players are, has great field awareness, decides to run it himself this time, get past, go over the line of scrimmage, and
keeper, it's number 7, Tyler Jernigan.
Be brought down by, looks like number 58 from the Reapers. That's Austin Harrelson.
Also, nice job by Jesus Herrera, number 6, as he made a nice
number 3 for the
tackle. Actually, I believe that's Daniel Schultz made a nice
down, 7 yards to go. The ball just
nice light tackle on Jernigan.
36-yard line.
Here we are sitting at Tigers 2nd and 6. Fake pass, and look at him go. That is number 88.
Pass
That's Luke Cross getting a gain of about, I'd say,
Cross
about 30 yards.
on the stop. Mauricio
Luke Cross
Perez,
with a crossing
number
route
34,
over the middle,
along with
wide
number
open.
6, Jesus
As he undercut
Herrera.
the safeties, and
Tigers pick up a
linebackers
first
also
down.
weren't
They
there.
have the
They were
ball
busy
at the
covering other
Reaper
assignments, and Cross able to get the
33-yard
ball
line.
deep into Reaper territory. So it looks like the Tigers are close to scoring again.
Absolutely. We saw Tyler Jernigan there with a little fake handoff and a nice pass to Luke Cross. Definitely keeping the Reapers defense on their toes as this game progresses. 1st and 10 on the Reapers' 33-yard line. Big pass all the way down.
That pass is
That was
incomplete.
meant for
The intended
Tigers
receiver was number 22, Matt
22.
Dorsey. The defender was
Matt
number
Dorsey.
28, Gabriel Rodriguez.
Yeah, Jernigan looked like Dorsey had a step there on Gabriel Rodriguez, the cornerback, but the ball was just a little bit overthrown.
2nd and 10 for the Tigers.
All right, Tigers giving us one more shot here. 2nd and 10. Still at the original line of scrimmage. Pass over to number 32, Anthony Caranda. And
dump pass to number 32, Anthony
being brought
Caranda.
down, still looking like at the original line.
On the stop, Austin.
Nice job by the Reaper defense, reading that screen pass, and I mentioned gang tackling earlier. We're going to need that tonight, and we saw it there. Austin Harrelson, along with another Reaper defender, able to bring down the running back early.
All right, ball snapped into play. Looking like Jernigan's going to go for another pass. Decides to run it himself, get some space, throw a straight bullet downfield. And then
caught by number 88,
that was brought to number 88, Luke Cross. It was immediately turned over by Alex Chavez from the Reapers.
Nice job there by Jernigan buying time as he had solid protection, decided to roll out to his right and extend the play. Found an open receiver and a hard tackle by Alex Chavez, but not before the Tigers pick up a fresh head of chains.
Right in the nick of time, too. We're sitting on the 17-yard line in Reaper territory. First and down with about 5 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the first. Jernigan tossing that ball off to Coranda. Coranda finding some space.
Pitch goes to number 32, Anthony Coranda.
And looking like a gain of about
on the stop, it's
8
number
yards,
29,
perhaps.
Yuri Rodriguez.
So we're calling that a gain of 4. That's 2 and 6.
It's still early, but the Reapers doing a solid job containing Coranda. I mentioned him earlier, a 1,500-yard rusher last year, the conference leader in rushing yards. They're doing a nice job gang tackling him. You saw Yuri Rodriguez with a nice tackle on that play.
Ball handed off again to Coranda. We're talking about the Reapers definitely keeping an eye on Coranda. They know he's a threat, and they did a good job trying to get him down right there.
Yeah, some nice cut moves there by Coranda as he found some room along the left side.
6 for the Reapers, Jesus Herrera.
And Jesus Herrera credited with a little tackle there.
Ball at the 8, it is first and goal.
First and goal for the Tigers.
Penalty markers come out, we'll wait the call.
Is called right away there. And refs are going to call it a false start on the offense, a 5-yard penalty, and they're going to repeat the first down.
This will put the ball back at the 13-yard line. It was
so sitting again on the Reapers' 13-yard line, first and 13. All right, handed the ball off again to Coranda. Coranda getting some ground there, making some space, getting to just shy of that end zone.
Coranda showing some power there as it looked like a couple Reaper defenders were right there to make the tackle. He was able to break both the tackles and looked like a nice open field tackle made by Gabriel Rodriguez, which saved a touchdown.
All right. Journey with the ball. Looked like he's going to run it himself.
And it's number 7, Tyler Jernigan on the quarterback keeper.
Jernigan on the carry, gains about a yard. Definitely reaching Reapers' danger zone. Third and goal. If Reapers get their defense all together, we might be able to push them back. Crowd waking up, getting on the Reaper side, and looks like.
And it's number 32.
Yep, that's Anthony Coranda pushing on through to the end zone. That's another Tigers touchdown. That's Coranda with believe another touchdown credited to him.
Coranda found his big lineman up front. You saw number 79, Blake Ort. Big junior lineman. Along with Ethan Miller, number 78. Right side of that offensive line, able to get a push, and Coranda simply fouled him in as he was able to force his way into the end zone for the second touchdown of the game for the Tigers, as it looks like they're going for 2.
Yeah, it looks like it. Jernigan looking like he's going to pass it, and it's a nice little pitch, and it is incomplete. That was meant for.
The pass is incomplete.
Looking like it was meant for number 3, Axel Bertrand.
Axel Bertrand, number 3.
Yep, Axel Bertrand could not make that catch, but we still see the Tigers in the lead, 12-0.
Remaining in the opening quarter. Tigers at 12.
Take a look at the standings in the Interstate 8 Conference in the large at 2-0 are Coal City and Herscher. At 1-1 are Streeter, Mantino, and Plano, and Sandwich. A very tough 0-2 record after 2 one-point losses to begin the season.
Ouch.
Sandwich taking on Mantino tonight, and Coal City taking on Streeter, along with our Herscher Plano game right here. And in the small division, we have Westmont, Piatone, and Seneca with 2-0 records. Lyle and Wilmington with 1-1 records. Reed Custer at 0-2. Lyle's taking on Seneca tonight. Westmont taking on Wilmington, and Piatone is taking on Reed Custer.
Definitely some exciting Friday Night Light action going on around our area.
Wilmington finally losing an I-8 game to Mantino last week. That is a rare occasion. An exciting ball game there last week between those two squads.
And that's Chavez again with the ball, running it across the 30-yard line. He's going to make it across. He does just by a little bit. Looks like he falls just shy of the 35.
Out across the 30.
Oh, not Alex Chavez, pardon me. That was Dimitri Coker.
He was stopped by.
He's a guy I'd like to see be a major factor in this offense tonight, as he is one of the wing backs of this Reaper offense.
The ball is marked at the 35-yard line.
Again, that was Coker, not Chavez, making that a nice run there, going down exactly on the 35-yard line. So a nice place to be if you're on the Reapers offense. All right, Shuttle's handing off that ball. And making some space there. That was Coker with the ball, and looks like we're going to get a fresh set of runs of downs for
they will move the chains. That's a Reaper.
The Reapers' new set of first down.
Nice job by Torrey Jackson, number 33, getting out in front and blocking, helping push the pile forward as Reapers finally get a solid running play going. That's going to be the bread and butter of their offense this year.
This might be the motion to keep the game going for the Reapers. Let's see what they can do here. All right, Shuttles with the ball, handing that off to Coker. Coker getting some nice gains there, going to about the 53-yard line.
Nice hole opened up there by the left side of the line. You saw the left tackle, number 73, Eden Lopez, opening up a hole along with Mauricio Perez, the running back. Nice seam there for Coker to run straight through, and second positive run play in a row for the Reapers.
Very good. Get the ball going. And that's
on the carry, it's Torrey Jackson.
That was Torrey Jackson with the ball, number 33, pardon me, with the ball. And ball stopped on the 44-yard line, calling it a third and 1 yard to go for a fresh set of downs for the Reapers.
Here's a situation where Coach Coons, I'm sure, is going to challenge his front five to get that final push for a fresh set of chains.
Officials timeout for a measure.
Looks like we're going to measure this one as Jackson brought down close to the first down marker.
All right, well, let's see what the officials have to say here.
From my spot, it looks like he's got it.
I might have to agree with you here on this one, Mike. It does look like he has it.
That is another
Ref's
Reaper.
giving it a Reaper first down. Definitely good news for the Reaper Nation down here.
Fresh set of chains for the Reapers as Jackson able to get the first down by a football length.
Yep, just by the skin of his teeth, but just exactly what they need. They're pushing ever so close to Tiger territory into the Tiger end zone. About a minute 45 remaining here in the first quarter. First quarter. Oh, words are difficult sometimes. We see Shuttles take a step back with the ball. Big, long pass. And that is Chavez with the ball with the Reapers. Touchdown. Very impressive. Long pass, long catch. Chavez getting a bunch of celebration down there. And
beautiful play call there, Tom, as Tigers brought a blitz up the middle. Nice job by the offensive line picking up the blitz, and that allowed Shuttles plenty of time as Chavez running a streak along the right seams was wide open for a 43-yard touchdown completion.
That's exactly what you want to see as if your Reapers player really gets the momentum going, especially after being down 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns recently. Early on in the first quarter, this might be a high-scoring game. And the kick is...
Fallon's kick is good. No good.
The kick is no good.
So the Reapers remain at 6.
And the Reapers remain at 6.
This should be a good motivator for your defense, too. The offense, after the defense giving up 2 touchdowns, the offense picks up the defense with a touchdown of their own. Reapers only down 6 points here as we're coming up on the final minute and a half of play in the first quarter. Defense looks solid so far as the gang tackling, but Tyler Jarnigan has had some big runs. Coranda starting to get loose, and of course you got the passing game to deal with several talented receivers like Luke Cross and Tyler Stewart, but this Reaper defense should be motivated, and they can still put up some big plays against this very tough Herscher offense. You'd like to see some takeaways, fumble and interception. That would certainly help. But other than that, the defense, I think, has done a decent job, but they could certainly do a little bit better, as you don't want to allow touchdowns every time you're out on the field.
Absolutely. I think you're right, too. And if you think about it, with these past 2 offensive plays by the Tigers, you said it, Luke Cross and Coranda, just to name a few, and even the quarterback, Tyler Jarnigan, very dangerous players to have out there on the offensive line. So the Reapers should be aware of who they should be covering. So we'll see what happens as we go into this play. All right, with the ball, it's number 81 going down. That was Tyler Stewart. And Tyler Stewart going down just across the 35-yard line. Oh, pardon me. I was looking one down. That was Grant Wenzelman. All right, so we're going to call it about 90 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
It's like the Tigers lining up with trips receivers to the left.
All right, nice pass. And that's Coranda going a little bit out.
Pass goes to number 22.
Oh, not Coranda. Matt Dorsey with the ball. Going out just before the 50-yard line. Might be on the 45, we might see it.
Along with number 29.
Just a little quick screen out into the slot to Matt Dorsey. Good blocking by the other 2 wide receivers in that trips formation by Herscher.
All right, second down, 1 to go. Ball handed off. Getting space there. That is Anthony Coranda. Coranda making his way across the 40 and the 30. Call it down at about the 25-yard line.
Coranda on the stop, number 6.
That's a 40-yard run by Coranda, as he was able to find a nice hole along the right side of the offensive line, and he entered the second level without being touched. And some nice cut moves as he was using his blockers. Great downfield blocking by the Tigers. He's going to be a tough one for this Reaper defense tonight.
This Tigers offense is definitely impressive, and let's see what Jarnigan's going to do here. Still has the ball. Big long pass. And went a little bit past the end zone. That was intended for...
Pass is out of the end zone. Incomplete.
Looking like
it was intended for number 85.
Number 85, Tyler Stewart.
Nice job of pass coverage there by Alex Chavez as he shielded him in the back of the end zone. Stewart, although he has a tremendous height advantage, was unable to make a play on that throw.
Looked like a little too long of a toss, too, but we'll see what we'll be able to get out of the Tigers this time around. All right, nice lob there by Jarnigan. Running with that ball.
The pass is to number
22. Matt Dorsey.
Alex Chavez.
And he goes out. Looked like the 15-yard line.
Number 3 on the stop.
Yeah, we've been used to talking about Anthony Coranda tonight, and rightfully so, being the conference rushing leader from last year and such a powerful running back. But Matt Dorsey's shown some nice moves out there as well tonight as a number 2 back.
Absolutely. He's taking a step out, and he's making the plays, too. About as dangerous as Coranda.
He's certainly a guy they like to use out in space. They've used him on them screen passes out in the flats, and he's done fairly well tonight.
Check that. It's a first down for the Tigers.
Yeah, we're calling it first down for the Tigers after a bit of confusion down there on the field, but we are on the 13-yard line in Reapers territory. All right, Jernigan passing that ball off right away to Coranda. Coranda working his way, maybe about a gain of 5 yards.
On the stop, number 22, Ivan Garcia.
And that was number 22, Ivan Garcia, on the stop there.
I think you're going to see the Reapers try to run some different blitz plays to try to disrupt these running plays of the Tigers.
All right, with about 15 seconds remaining in the first quarter, let's see what Jernigan and the Tigers do here. Ball goes over, nice lob, nice catch. And looks like the ball carrier is brought down. That was Luke Cross with the ball. And brought down
Ivan Garcia and Gabe Rodriguez combined on the stop. It is
about
third down, about 2 yards to go.
2 yards to go out on the 7-yard line in Reapers territory. All right, 3.6 minutes remaining. Let's see the Tigers give it one final push to get another touchdown before the end of the quarter. All right, Jernigan, the ball carrier, and getting brought down, I believe, just shy of the end zone.
Ivan Garcia and Austin Harrelson combined.
Nice job by Austin Harrelson providing a touchdown along with Ivan Garcia. Garcia, one of the Reapers' leading tacklers. He had 15 tackles last week against Harvard.
That is
another key player on this Reaper defense as we come to the end of the first quarter.
Yep, and we're at the end of the first quarter, which means we're going to go to commercial break. Keep it here on Fox Valley TV.
Their support changed my life.
They were like family.
My voice is now heard.
A home for every animal.
My future is bright because they cared.
This is our home now.
Thank you to the 1,200 nonprofits that serve Cass and Clay counties every day.
All right, welcome back to Fox Valley TV. If you're just joining us, we appear to be in the middle of a very, what might be a high-scoring game. I'm Tom Holding, and alongside me is my co-commentator, Mike Johnson.
Yeah, so far it's been a lot of offense, especially from Herscher. They've done a very good job in the run game. You've seen Coranda with some decent runs. You've also seen Matt Dorsey get a couple nice runs, especially on them screen passes out in the flats, and also Tyler Jernigan adding to the running game himself as he takes matters into his own hands. And can't forget those receivers, those big receivers, Luke Cross, Tyler Stewart. Reapers defense has a handful tonight, but they were able to get an offensive touchdown last drive on a nice touchdown pass from Keegan Shuttles to Alex Chavez.
All right, let's see what happens here. Lob over to Coranda.
32, Anthony Coranda.
And it looks like he was brought down short of the goal line. Eric Boughton.
And there's a penalty flag out.
Boughton, another top defensive player for the Reapers, as he had over 10 tackles last week.
And let's see what's going on here. Yep, as the first quarter ended, we did see the Tigers pushing very, very close to the end zone. As the ref calls.
Call was against the Reapers. It was declined.
Apparently he got a touchdown on that play.
All right.
We did not see the touchdown signal right away as a face mask penalty against the Reapers. Herscher declined it, so 18-6 now, as looks like they're going to go for two.
All right. And
Into the end zone is complete.
The pass is complete, and that's a score of 20-6 Tigers over the Reapers.
The Tigers at 20.
Jernigan finding Matt Dorsey on that rollout pass. Looks like Dorsey's been a favorite target of Jernigan's tonight.
Especially going for that end zone, too.
Yep. A lot of them short passes that we've seen.
Yep, and if you're an effective quarterback and you know your players, like how we've seen Jernigan know his players, you know what they're good at and you know where they should be. You just got to take a hope that they know what they're supposed to do, and it kind of paid off here as we saw Dorsey go for that 2-point.
Well, it's a team that went 11-1 last year and is returning 11 starters. So certainly a well-disciplined football team. Coach Dan Wetzel has a very talented squad to work with as they hope to return deep into the IHSA playoffs this year. Hopefully a state final appearance, which they came just short of last year before finally falling in the 12th game of the season.
And those 11 returning starters are definitely intimidating if you're on the Reapers varsity team, which, as you stated before, Mike, only 2 returning starters.
A lot of inexperience in this group. They've only played 2 football games so far at the varsity level, most of them, so definitely a lot of questions that still need to be answered.
All right, here we see with the ball. That's Joe Coker with the ball, getting space, going across the 40, 45, the 50, still going across the Tigers 40, being brought down what looks like on the 45 in Tigers territory. 35 on Tigers territory.
Nice job by the Reapers kick return squad as they open up a nice hole for Coker along the right side. He broke a tackle. It looked like he was going to go farther, but unfortunately it looked like he lost his footing and slipped and fell just shy of the 35-yard line. But still, Keegan Shuttles and the Reaper offense can't ask for better field position as they need to get a touchdown back on the board to keep this game within 1 possession.
I was going to say the exact same thing there, Mike. Coming off quarter and getting a great offensive start like that is no better way to go. And we see that was 34 with the ball there. That was Mauricio Perez. Again, he's coming up again.
Number 54, Logan
Perez coming off 130 rushing yards last week along with a 40-yard touchdown run against Harvard, as he has been the lead back as he lines up in the wingback position.
All right, and that's number 33. No, not 33, the ball carrier. That is Coker, the ball carrier.
He takes it down near the 25-yard line.
And that looks like it might be Reapers' first down.
But that will move the chains as it's another Reaper.
Yep, that's a good job there done by Dimitri Coker for another Reapers' first down. Very, very good play.
Nice job by the front line of the Reapers as they lost all 5 of their starters last year, including 3-year starting center Ethan Key, who's now at Wisconsin Whitewater, a Division III powerhouse.
All right, that is 33 with the ball. That's Torrey Jackson getting a gain of about 2 or 3 yards. Yep, second down, 8 to go on the Reapers' 26-yard line. Pardon me, Tigers' 26-yard line.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
All right, 10 minutes, about 15 seconds to go. Ball handed off to Coker. We've seen what he can do. Let's see if he can break a few more tackles. Nope, goes down, being brought down by Caranda from the Tigers.
Saw Perez out there blocking along with number 52, Dominic Esposito. He came out and pulled. It looked like he could have tried to stretch it out to the left a little more. He decided to cut it up inside, and that's where the defense was. So now the Reapers face with the 3rd and 6.
Just a little bit more to go, but we've seen them make some good plays. Let's see what else they do here. Ball again off to Coker. And being wrestled to the ground by number 24 from the Tigers. That was Caden Hubley.
21-yard line.
4th down, 5 to go here. Only a gain of a yard for the Reapers.
Making the stop.
Luke Engelman, number 50, also went on that action. A hard hit.
We have timeout on the field.
And that'll be
the
Reapers timeout. First timeout of the game here. Well, definitely a dangerous place to be. You're not exactly sure where you want to go in the situation. If you're a Reaper, you want to either go for that punt or maybe go for it. But 4th down, 5 to go.
This is definitely 4-down territory at the 21-yard line. Now they do have a decent field goal kicker, Emmanuel Vias, but I think the Reapers are wanting a touchdown here as they find themselves down 14 points.
Definitely hungry for that touchdown. I wouldn't blame them. I'd say, high risk, high reward, but I'd say if they get through it, it's well worth it.
I'd like to see him try a pass play here. You saw that pass play, which got him a 43-yard touchdown earlier. That's the only time they threw the ball. Of course, the Reapers are a run-oriented offense now, but still, if you run a play action or something, a fake, and that can help get a receiver open for Keegan Shuttles.
Yep. Keegan Shuttles again making that complete pass play to Alex Chavez earlier. That's Chavez trying to go for the ball, but it's an incomplete pass being brought down by who looks like...
That was Axel Bertrand on the coverage as they tried to hit Chavez on a quick slant.
Defending on the play was Tyler Jarnigan, number 7 for the Tigers.
All right, so
the ball will go over
we
on
get
down
set up to go in the opposite direction. Again, not too bad of a place to be. We're on the Tigers' 21-yard line going in the opposite direction. That's a long way to go.
I thought for 4th and 6, that was too quick a play. I would have tried a play action to try to extend it, get some more time. That was just a quick slant. Not much Chavez could do as he had defenders all over him.
Pass goes out to number 32.
That pass went out to Caranda. Caranda being brought down about...
Ivan Garcia, number
what looked like a little shy of the 30-yard line.
Rodriguez combined on the tackle.
Yep, down on the 29-yard line. 2nd down, 2 to go.
To the 29-yard line. 2nd down. Well, we'll call it 2 yards to go.
All right. Jarnigan definitely has a number of opportunities out there to get this pass complete. Either hand it off to Caranda, pass it over to Dorsey, or he's going to keep it and
number 7,
run it himself. And we've also seen Jarnigan do that too. He's been the ball carrier, got himself a touchdown earlier in the game. Just like that, being the ball carrier, and that's a fresh set of downs for the Tigers too.
Eric Boughton finally coming from behind to make the stop after Jarnigan carried him forward for around an extra 3 to 5 yards, but Jarnigan showing some strength and some powers. He's been able to continue to push the pile and drag defenders.
Yes, definitely don't count Jarnigan out because he's not afraid to run the ball himself, as we've seen. Ball goes down
goes to number 32,
about 3 yards into that original line of scrimmage. Down to Caranda brought it down. On the stop was Xavier Gravitt of the Reapers.
Gravitt, another newcomer to this offensive and defensive line for the Reapers as he plays up front on the defensive line, and he's also the team center.
We really see Jarnigan utilizing that formation there as
pass in the flat to number 85.
Pass was complete to Tyler Stewart, but brought down of about 2 more yards ahead, I would say.
Nice job by that Reaper defense warming to the ball. You saw Austin Harrelson get over there.
Garcia, number 22.
Ivan Garcia in on the action. Daniel Schultz.
6 yards to go. The ball at the 48-yard line.
All right, 3rd and 6 to go is our official call here. Let's see if the Reapers can put an end to this offensive rush before it gets to be too dangerous. We see Jarnigan going back deep. Ball goes up. Couldn't quite see who has that. It looks like.
The screen pass goes to number 32.
Yep, that was Anthony Caranda with the ball being put down over the line, giving the Tigers a new set of downs.
Well-executed screenplay as Jarnigan holding on to the ball as long as he could and letting the Reapers front line run free before dumping it off, and good blockers up front.
All right, we sit on the Reapers' 38-yard line. 6 minutes, 45 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Quarterback keeper, Tyler Jarnigan.
And Jarnigan decided to hold on to the ball, run for about 4 yards. Call it 2nd and 6.
Number 6, along with Daniel Schultz, number 3.
And Daniel Schultz helping bring Jarnigan down there.
Line where it is 2nd down and 7 yards to go.
That's just the dangerous thing about these Tigers offense. You don't know If it comes down to it, is Jarnigan going to run it himself, take a step back, and go for a pass, or maybe hand it off early? But they're very, very dangerous here.
That does make Anthony Coranda very happy, too, to know he has a quarterback next to him that can run it as well.
Pressure being put to Jarnigan. Managing not to lose any yards there, working his way across that line of scrimmage, but not where you want to be. You kind of saw Jarnigan get intimidated there.
Yeah, it's very hard for defenses to key in on Coranda when you also have to worry about Jarnigan, who can fake it to him or simply just keep it himself. He also has some solid receivers. You got the 6'7" Tyler Stewart out there to worry about as well. So
absolutely.
This is a Herscher team with a lot of weapons on offense.
All right.
On the offense, 10 yards from the flag. Second down.
Well, I'm going to call it holding against the offense. We're going to repeat.
We have a Reaper player down there along the Herscher sideline. We'll try to get a number as soon as they're able to get him up on his feet.
All right. He's getting up and...
On the penalty, the ball will be marked back at the 48-yard line.
That's number 6 there. That's Jesus Herrera going down, but he's walking off. Looks a little hurt, but good to see him walking off, at least with the help of a couple people there.
Herrera, one of the senior linebackers on this team. That's certainly not something you want to see, as he's being helped off to the sidelines. Looks like he's got a leg injury of some sort.
It does appear that way, yes.
For the Tigers.
He's not moving too fast. He might not be good for this the remainder of this game.
Yeah, you might not see him for the rest of the night. Hopefully he's good for the sandwich game next week. He's a guy you need, a senior leader on this defense. And he's played very well so far this year, as he's already been in on several tackles.
All right. We'll hopefully be able to update you on Herrera's condition as the game goes on. But for now, we see the ball get handed off there to number 7, Tyler Jarnigan, holding onto the ball, actually. Working his way across and getting about 4 yards in.
That was one nice fake there by Jarnigan. It had me fooled.
Yeah,
I was looking at the,
too. You heard that.
Yeah, and he's able to get past original line of scrimmage and an extra 5 yards, though. That's a good 15-yard run by Jarnigan.
That's really impressive and what you need, especially down. I mean, you were just on we were on 3rd and 19. Now we're or 2nd and 19. Now we're 3rd and 6. So very nice run. Jarnigan with a big pass, complete pass to, I believe that's Stewart out there. Yep.
Tyler Stewart.
And that's Coker there to help him bring him down. Again, that's a really big player. You see him out there extending his whole body up to catch that ball. Very nice catch.
Yeah, at 6'7", 240 pounds. Jarnigan threw it in a spot where only Stewart could grab it.
All right, and that's a fresh set of downs for the Tigers. 5 minutes, 18 seconds remaining in the second as Jarnigan runs the ball. Pushes through a little bit of the defense. He gets a gain of a couple yards there. Nothing too much as we're sitting on the Reaper 14-yard line. 2nd and 8.
Tackle was made by number 63, Xavier Gravitt.
Xavier Gravitt again making another tackle.
Also there was Eric Boughton, number 16.
Yeah, Tyler Stewart's going to give cornerbacks a lot of problems this year throughout this conference at 6'7". Also a good basketball player.
And here we see Stewart again making a complete pass, but looking like a flag there on the play.
Catch is made, but there
looks like this is coming back, so we saw flags fly.
Let's see what the refs have to say about that, because I'm not exactly sure what was going on there. All right.
Offensive pass
well, it's an offensive pass interference against the Tigers. So we're going to try that again.
Looked like Stewart was caught pushing off there as he was working on Alex Chavez, the cornerback.
No, I did. I guess you're right. I did see a little bit of shoving there as we got closer to that end zone. But, yep, Stewart did get caught, and we're going to do that second inning again, plus a couple yards, too. Jernigan, big bullet pass. And
pass over the middle, incomplete.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have pass interference on the Reapers.
That looked like number 2.
I believe that was 22, Ivan Garcia, that got tangled up with the receiver.
I agree with you there. It did look like 22.
Uriel Rodriguez for the Reapers.
Or Uriel Rodriguez, number 28, or 29, excuse me.
All right.
Interference call goes against the Reapers.
So we're going against the Reapers. Right now we're seeing it second and 16 for the Tigers. But you might be moving up here as that
that's going to be an automatic first down for the Tigers. Or actually, no, it's going to remain second down.
But get those that yardage back.
Second and 7.
11-yard line.
All right, so passing has not really been going too well for the Tigers, but we see Coranda with the ball there going down across the end zone, and that is another Tigers touchdown. That's a 26-6 currently. Tigers over the Reapers with 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the second. Again, that's Coranda with the handoff and going towards the end zone.
From around 13 yards out, nice job by that left side of the line by Herscher as he had a nice seam. He was able to cut it up through the middle of the field and break a few tackles and push his way into the end zone.
And we see Stewart going to try to put the extra point up. If he makes it, that would be the first extra point kick that made this game. And they're calling it good.
That kick is good. Tigers
so Tyler Stewart, that extra point good. 27, Reapers 6.
Remaining in the half.
And 4 minutes, 23 seconds remain. So we've seen a couple of different things happen in this whole offensive push by the Tigers. They've proved that they have a number of weapons out there, and the Reapers haven't quite woken up yet to get a hold of that Tigers offense when the Reapers have been on defense. But as the game goes on, hopefully they can adapt, and we'll see them score a couple more after this offensive round for the Reapers.
Recently signed to the practice squad, the Chargers.
Big shout out to Joseph Jones there along the Reaper sidelines as he's over there speaking to coaches. Joseph Jones, a 2012 grad of Plano High School, went to Northwestern, played some linebacker and special teams, was an undrafted rookie, went to Cowboys camp this year, did not make the squad, but was recently signed on to the Los Angeles Chargers practice squad.
Wow.
So congratulations, Joseph. We wish you all the best as you continue to chase your dream of becoming an NFL football player.
Yes, again, congrats, Joseph. That's very awesome. Here we see Coker with the ball, bobbing and weaving, getting to about the what appears to be the 27-yard line, being brought down.
On the return, Robert
Coker refusing to go down. You like to see that kind of effort.
Yep, we're sitting on the 23-yard line, 4 minutes, 12 seconds, as the Reapers begin their push from far into their own territory.
Yeah, you were mentioning this earlier, and we were used to seeing this type of stuff from the Reapers last year at the skill position. So many, fast players at the receiver position. They had Michael Marshall, a running back, a speed back. You had Jay Winter, a power back. Tyler Ward, a great passer. I mean, and now we're seeing this from Herscher. When you have that many weapons, there's just not a whole lot of defense can do, and we've seen that so far from Herscher tonight. We've seen 4 or 5 different players be very effective with the football in their hand.
Having a hard time getting up. We see I believe that might be a Tiger injury. I believe that is Hunter Whitlow, that's 65 from the Tigers.
Actually, that is Bryce Ort, number 70. One of their key linemen. That is not something Coach Wenzel wants to see, is one of his top linemen going down. Looks like he's favoring his right knee.
Yeah, he's looking definitely in a lot of pain, and people, you can see the look of astonishment on somebody's face down there. He might not be in good position right now.
Yeah, we saw Jesus Herrera go down with a leg injury for the Reapers. Now we see a key Tiger down as trainers and coaches take a look at him.
And definitely a lot more people surrounding him out there on the field.
Yeah, this stadium's silent right now as coaches and trainers still attending to Herscher's Bryce Ort, offensive and defensive lineman, a senior.
You know, it didn't look too good when he went down. His knee did not look good by any means. He was barely able to move it, but
a 6', 255-pound lineman, one of the key members of this Herscher squad on the front lines.
Did hit the ground pretty hard too, as it looked like, but he has taken a while to get back to his feet. Or
looks like they're going to bring the cart out for him. That's never a good sign.
No, it is not. Well, what might have been a bad injury for Jesus Herrera might be an even worse injury here for Bryce Ort from the Tigers. Yeah, being carted off the field and just does not look good. The look of expressions on these coaches and trainers' faces, they look very surprised at how hard he went down and how much he might be in pain right now.
Certainly not something you want to see, especially in only the third game of the season. Hopefully it's nothing major, but if it is something that's going to keep him out for a while, this being week 3 might be a good thing, which means he could return by the end of the year.
Which is very good for Bryce Ort being a senior, and hopefully we can only hope it's maybe about a week of downtime, maybe even 2 at most, but worst case scenario, if he's out for a good part, most of the season, if not all of the season, that would be a pretty upsetting way to end the your senior year.
Absolutely. Hopefully this carting off is more of a precautionary thing.
We can only hope that too. Yeah, he's getting put back up onto the cart. Now the team's coming out too to make sure that their teammates are all right. Yeah, might not be a good injury at all.
See Reaper players on one knee on the sideline as well. This is something nobody wants to see on either side.
No, not at all. The show of respect for Ort there is fantastic. Very good for both teams and the fans too for keeping it quiet during this really rather upsetting time for Ort.
Yeah.
Under the care of our local paramedics. We are very thankful.
It's definitely something that you never want to see, especially as a teammate, a parent, a family member, or friend. You don't want to see somebody go down that hard and get carted off like that. Well, with all that aside, we are about to return back to the game as Reapers push the offense from their own 30-yard line. Ball handed off, that's number 34. The ball, that is Mauricio Perez being brought down by Dorsey, Matt Dorsey from Herscher.
Clock continuing to run now as we approach 3 minutes, 40 seconds. The Reapers looking to get a much-needed touchdown on the board as they find themselves down by 3 touchdowns.
Yep. Third down, 8 to go. As you said, the clock continues to tick. Pressure's on, but let's see what the Reapers can do here.
Reapers with 2 timeouts, and unfortunately running the ball does kill a lot of clock, so you might have to see him throw it.
Here we go. Definitely an incomplete pass, looking like that was meant for Alex Chavez. Kind of on the block there, putting the pressure on, looked like Matt Dorsey.
Actually, they're going to give him the completion as Chavez fell to the ground and was able to cradle it in near the sideline. That's going to leave us with a 4th down and a yard, I believe.
Yep, and we have an official's timeout.
Looks like they're going to measure this one as Chavez brought down near the 1st down marker.
I got another kind of confusing series of events there because from my angle, it didn't look like that it was an incomplete pass. We had all the players standing there, but again, pass was complete. Now we're bringing the markers out to check and see if this is a 1st down or what's going to happen here. Being a Reapers player, you can only hope that this goes your way, especially being down. As I said, 3 touchdowns.
That is
all right, there you go. Reapers 1st down.
Much needed one as the clock will stop at 3:14. While the officials reset the ball, they'll give the Reapers some time to call a play in. I'd like to see him continue with the pass. We haven't seen it much tonight. Unfortunately, running the ball takes a lot of time off the clock, and it's hard to gain big yardage with it. And the Reapers only have 2 timeouts here before the end of the half.
You know, time is of the essence, and the Reapers don't have anything else but time. They do need time to get down there, and I'd like to see what they've been doing here with the passing. Alex Chavez has been proving to be a very essential part of the team here as the Reapers do run the ball. And it's Coker with it being pushed back a little beyond the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they tried a cross-buck play with Coker, who was lined up at the wing-back position. The Herscher defense blitz in the middle gaps, and were able to stuff that play big time.
Going only back about 2 yards, so not a nightmare for the Reapers. 2nd and 12. 2 minutes and 38 seconds remain. And brought down again.
Nice tackle made there on the play by number 50. That was Luke Engelman, who shot the gap, playing the linebacker position.
The ball is at the 38-yard line.
And the ball sits on the 38-yard line in Reaper territory. Well, definitely
a 3rd and 9, but it's almost 10 yards to go for the Reapers.
Interesting series of events. Just keeps on getting more interesting as we go on. With 2.5 minutes remaining, we want to see what the Reapers can do here. I mean, they're trying to. We tried to see them go for the passing game with Alex Chavez. He made the pass, very good pass to make. But now that they're running the ball, we've seen the blitz go straight up the middle for a quarterback, and we've seen Coker being brought down. What do you want to do here if you're offense?
Yeah, and it surprised me. We haven't seen much of the pass tonight, but the times they pass, it's been successful. We saw a 43-yard touchdown pass to Chavez earlier. We saw another first down pass to him earlier. And running the ball has largely been inefficient tonight for the Reapers.
All right, here we go. We're running the ball again. Coker with the ball, trying to break a couple of tackles, but coming in. Looks like
gets the call for
Coranda there, definitely one of the people who were bringing down. Also, that was number 54, Logan Fritz from the Tigers.
Hubley, number 24, and 54, Logan Fritz.
Also on the tackle was Caden Hubley.
Ball is going to be at the 30.
All right, 4th and 11 on Reapers 36.
4th down and 11.
Tigers with 2 timeouts also, so they'll get the ball back with plenty of time, as it looks like Austin Buis is going to come out to punt for the Reapers.
All right.
I believe that is Matt Dorsey standing back for the Tigers, and he's at his own 35, so looks like the Tigers expecting some solid field position here after they get the ball back on offense. And 2:15, 2 timeouts, still plenty of time. Clock stops on first downs in high school, so certainly not what the Reaper defense exactly wants before they head in the locker room at halftime.
Mm-hmm. Well,
yeah, it just surprised me that the Reapers continue to try the running game. We've seen some success with the pass, and I'd like to see him try to continue with that a little bit.
Well, after this, at least with the offensive rush, if there's any time at all for a Reapers offensive play, I really would like to see them make that pass again. Like you said, we've seen the work between Shettles and Chavez. They've been really effective together. Chavez making that 43-yard run after getting that pass, or I don't know. You'd want to see them keep going for this for the passing game, but Coker's also been proving effective on some of the times that he has been able to run the ball too.
He has, and if you're able to throw the ball, that helps your running game because that'll force the defense to have to respect the pass and keep them spread out. But we have seen Coker with some decent runs. Perez also.
Back deep is Matt Dorsey, number 22.
And yep, you were right, Mike. That is Matt Dorsey back deep for the Tigers. All right, ball goes up. Nice pass. Nice kick, and looking like we're going to go down taking a Reaper bounce on the 35-yard line in Tiger territory.
Kind of a line drive punt. I thought it might have been blocked or partially touched there for a moment. Buse still able to get a decent kick on it as the ball stopped at around the Tiger 35.
With about 2 minutes and 13 seconds remaining here. Yep, clock is stopped for the first down. And we are about to see Tyler Jernigan and the offensive line go to work.
As the half time begins.
Jernigan with the ball. That's a good pass. Made over to... That is over to Matt Dorsey. And makes it a couple yards across the original line of scrimmage there. About 4, we'll call it. 2nd and 6 for the Tigers.
It's like they're going to run without a huddle. Jernigan getting the plays from the sideline. That always helps. Running a 2-minute drill.
All right.
Handoff inside goes to number 32.
That was number 32. That was Coranda with the ball.
And making the stop for the Reapers is Ivan
And that was a gain of a yard, and Ivan Garcia putting a stop to the run by Coranda.
By the way, we saw an exciting end to our sophomore game as we ended in a 14-14 tie.
It was very impressive to see that.
Reapers scored on the final play of the ball game, but the 2-point conversion to win it was a snap over the quarterback's head.
Handoff goes to number 32.
And that was Coranda again with the ball. Gain of about another yard or 2.
Ivan Garcia making the tackle.
Garcia again. It was like a replay of the last play. Gain of a yard. Garcia bringing Coranda down.
At their own 42.
Yeah, we've yet to see a really big run from Coranda tonight. He's had some decent ones. He does have a couple touchdown runs, or at least one that I know of, but we've yet to see that big 15-20 yarder.
Looking like we're running down the clock here. And
timeout taken by Herscher.
And the timeout taken by Herscher. A rather timely timeout as we see 38 seconds remaining on the clock. Tigers really ran down that clock too as they were ready to pass. But here we might just see him go for a big pass over to Tyler Stewart, and he might run it if that's what I'm going to predict here.
That's
for the,
exactly what I was thinking.
Tigers.
You might want to just try a deep throw to Stewart, have him run a streak along the sideline at 6'7", working on Chavez, who's fast and quick, but still just doesn't have the height advantage to really cover Tyler Stewart, especially on them high passes. You might see a play designed for him. Also look out for Matt Dorsey, who's seen a lot of targets tonight. Luke Cross also in on the action a little bit.
Yeah, a big passing game is being put up by the Tigers, and it is intimidating. We've seen big passes made complete by Dorsey, Stewart, and Cross, but coming down to it, the Reapers have not been really to put an effective stop to it. So let's see what goes on here. I believe that is Jernigan with the ball. Kind of going against what we both predicted there, Mike.
Yeah, Jernigan able to push forward. We saw Dimitri Coker in on the action there, but they just weren't able to knock Jernigan back. He was able to push forward and just barely get past that first down marker and keep the chains moving.
Nice little breath of fresh air.
Now under 30 seconds left here.
This might be where we see that play. Yep, he's going back deep. That's Jernigan passing that ball. There's Tyler Stewart catching that bullet. Going
made by number 85, Tyler Stewart.
Oh, but there's a flag on the play, late flag.
Forcing him out of bounds is Alex Chavez, number 1 for the Reapers.
Pass might have been caught out of bounds.
Looked like Stewart running a nice little stopping route there along the right sideline. Turn around, perfect pass there from Jernigan. Good execution. Alex Chavez really has his work cut out for him tonight.
He does.
Got a dead ball.
All right.
Foul against the Reapers.
Well, it'll be a foul against the Reapers. Chavez might come in there. Nice push against Stewart.
Not something Coach Kuhn is going to be happy with. It's one thing to give up yards to the other team, but personal foul penalties and poor discipline is not going to be acceptable.
Nope.
Coach Key, the defensive coordinator for the Reapers, also, I'm sure, is very displeased with that.
Well, Tigers are sitting pretty here on the 26-yard line in Reaper territory. 1st and 10. Fresh out of downs as 20 seconds is on the clock. Ticking down. Ball goes over to, that I believe that is Dorsey. Dorsey going. Yep, that was Matt Dorsey for another Tiger touchdown.
Great execution as Tyler Jarnigan rolling to his right. Had the Reaper defense looking that way as well. Dorsey able to slip out into the left flats.
Into the great wide open.
And he was able to outrun the defensive backs. It looked like Yuri Rodriguez or Gabriel Rodriguez, number 28, was the one closest to him. He just didn't have enough time to catch up.
And we're going to see Tyler Stewart try to put up another point. Missed the first one earlier tonight, made the second. We're going for the third. It's a fake out as ball gets blocked, and yeah, Chavez blocking that ball, doing a good job there.
Holder attempting the pass, it's batted down.
I believe that was Carter Hendricks, number 26, the holder.
Fails. Tigers with 33, Reapers.
Nice job by the Reaper defense knocking that ball down as they try to fake field goal attempt.
Great read. Kind of fooled me there too. All right.
Reaper seeing this ball game slip away from them as they trail by 27 points.
You know, at this point too, about ending out the first half, you're going to see emotion starting to run high, especially after that break. After the halftime break, we're going to see what happens. Reapers don't want this one to slip away from them, especially after a big team like Herscher, big team, a lot of offense going on. If they can find a way to come back, that'd be a big ball of motivation coming from later on going through the season.
Well, with just 12 seconds left here in the first half, the Reapers will get the ball to begin the second half, so you'll probably see them just run out the clock here and head in the locker room and try to discuss some strategy to try to get back in this ball game, because they're starting to lose control of it very quickly as the Herscher offense is just too explosive.
It is. It's dangerous. Big, tall players. Big, tall player Alex Stewart.
Tyler Stewart.
Tyler Stewart, pardon me. Gotta get names mixed up with Tyler Stewart there.
It happens.
Yep. Getting that ball over there. That's Coker downfield, ready to receive. And he's going to decide to run it a little bit. Being brought down about 5 yards after where he picked the ball up on the 20-yard line is where he goes down.
Just under 7 seconds left to go, so time for one more play. See if Coach Coons calls a simple running play or kneels on the ball, or maybe he'll try a pass.
A big pass, and if it works out in their favor, it'd be a great way to end the first half. But let's let the players do the playing, and we'll see what goes. Shuttles hands that ball off, and that was number 24 on the carry. Art Padilla, I do believe.
And that will take us to halftime.
Well, after this very exciting second quarter, final score of the second quarter and of the first half is 33-6. We'll see after the halftime. Keep it here on Fox Valley TV.
Their support changed my life.
They were like family.
My voice is now heard.
A home for every animal.
My future is bright because they cared. This is our home now.
Thank you to the 1,200 nonprofits that serve Cass and Clay counties every day.
Welcome back to Fox Valley TV and Reaper Stadium here in Plano. And if you're just joining us, you're joining an exciting game of conference football between the Plano Reapers and the Herscher Tigers. I'm Tom Molding, and alongside me is Mike Johnson. Mike, what are you thinking about the game so far?
So far, it's been dominated by this very potent offense of the Herscher Tigers. We've seen several good runs, especially from the quarterback, Tyler Jarnigan. I wasn't expecting that out of him. I thought we would see more of Anthony Caranda dominating the run game, but Jarnigan has really done a nice job with his fakes and finding nice open holes. His front line of Herscher has done a great job controlling the line of scrimmage and then also throwing the ball. You see Tyler Stewart making some nice catches at 6'7", able to leap over defenders, and also we've seen solid play from Matt Dorsey, number 22, a junior. And he's caught a lot of swing passes and handled the ball well tonight. And so far for the Reapers, I mean, the pass game has been non-existent largely because they haven't tried it. I'd like to see him try to throw the ball a little bit. You know, I know the Reapers have committed to a more running offense this year with their 2 wingback formations, but at some point when you're down by 27 points like you are right now, you got to try and throw the football.
Absolutely. I think it'd be a little bit more entertaining to see, too, in my opinion, seeing the Reapers pass, because not really been seeing it tonight. It's a rare sight, but the passes they have been making have been really exciting to see. And, you know, getting to this point of the game also has not come without its little bit of consequences. We've had number 6, Jesus Herrera, go down with an injury from Plano, and number 70, Bryce Ort from Herscher, go down with a would appear to be an even bigger injury, actually getting carted off earlier in the game, too.
Yeah, that's a very unfortunate injury for Herscher. Hopefully they have some pretty good depth there on the front line, but he was one of their key linemen on both sides of the football, so Herscher's certainly going to miss him. Hopefully the injury isn't as bad as it looks and he's able to come back quickly. We're waiting to see the status of Herrera. It's highly unlikely that he will return for the rest of this game, but hopefully he'll be ready to go next week for their big rivalry game at Sandwich.
Absolutely. Big hopes go out to both those players. We see Coker back deep, but Coker wasn't the one to get that. Actually he is. Look at him go. He's getting across what appears to be the 30-yard line. And gets to about the 36-yard line. Ball kind of went out of my line of sight, but he did grab it.
While we were up here during halftime, it's good to see Joseph Jones make a pit stop up here and talk to some people.
Yeah, Joseph Jones recently being assigned to the Vegas Chargers practice team.
Los Angeles Chargers.
I don't know what I was thinking. Getting excited.
Vegas are supposed to be getting the Raiders soon.
Yep,
so that might be where you're. Yeah.
No, but really exciting for him.
Yeah, this whole community is very proud of him. They got to see him at Northwestern the last few years. Very terrific student, a family man now, a wife and young daughter. Now he's embarking on the next chapter of his life as he tries to become a professional football player. He's got a spot in the practice squad, which is quite an accomplishment considering the amount of guys that try out for the NFL, and that's just another step forward in what we hope is a solid football career for him.
It looked like there was a call against the Tigers there. We're going to be going first down for the Reapers. 3 yards to go. Oh, there we go. We see Perez with the ball running, getting some good runs. About, I'd say, about a good 8-yard run there through some of the defense. That was Perez. And Caranda there from the Tigers helping bring Perez down.
Yeah, we've mentioned Caranda's name a lot on offense as he's their lead running back, but he's also been a big part of this defense tonight at linebacker. He made a nice tackle there after only around a 1-yard gain by Perez on that pitch.
All right, let's see what happens again. Here we see Shettles looking for a pass. Pass incomplete. That was looking like it was supposed to go to Eli Gonzalez, but falls down and couldn't quite grab that ball.
That's a play you got to hit. Eli wide open. It looked like he should have came down with it, but also a better pass would have helped as Eli had to fall to the ground to catch it.
It did look like Keegan Shettles there did have a decent amount of time. Maybe a wild pass. Maybe we saw Gonzalez there lose his footing there. It is getting to the point where the grass is getting slippery. The dew is falling.
Gonzalez could have gotten some decent yards had he caught that one because he had a blocker and no one around him.
I do agree, but we see Perez working his way. I think he might have crossed that line for the fresh set of downs, but we'll see what they say. 2nd down and 1 to go. Did not quite make it.
Luke Cross, number 88. Ball is going to be marked at the 46-yard line.
We're seeing the ball at the Reapers' 46-yard line, so
it's like we have a 4th and inches as Perez did not quite get there. This is certainly 4-down territory for the Reapers, down 27. They desperately need a score. You're close enough to midfield, and you're going to go for it here. Try to keep these chains moving.
We see Shettles pass it off to Perez. Perez working his way through tooth and nail just to get those couple of inches.
Yeah, they lined Perez in the fullback position that time, just gave it to him straight up the gut. Nice job by the offensive line of the Reapers getting enough of a push as Perez able to get past the
number 33
marker.
That will move the chain.
Actually, I guess that was Torrey Jackson that got the carry.
I thought, too. Whoops. It did.
Pretty sure we saw Perez on our monitor, but
yeah. Well, we'll go with I guess what the official call is. That was I guess Torrey Jackson, but here we go again.
Handoff goes to number 33. That's Torrey Jackson again.
And Torrey Jackson again.
On the tackle, it's Logan Fritz, number 54. Gain of 5 yards on the play. The ball is spotted at the 47-yard line.
All right, we're seeing the ball spotted at the 47-yard line on the Tigers side of the field. So we're looking at second down, 5 to go, 9.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. We're seeing a bit of a Reaper push. Let's see him keep going. We've seen both Perez and Jackson do some impressive runs, and it looks like they keep the chain going.
Yeah, they got Torrey Jackson now lined up at the fullback position. He's normally a wingback, but they gave to him straight up the middle, and he's been able to push forward, get some positive yards here on this drive. It might be a play that Coach Kuhn decides he wants to keep going with.
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And right now it's proving to be rather effective. I mean, if they get this next set of downs, it'd be twice in a row for this offensive push. So let's see what they can do here with 3rd and 2 to go. Getting pushed backwards. That's Perez. Push way back to where you don't want to go. Into the Reapers, about 42-yard line, so that's about 20 yards back.
Yeah, the Herscher Tigers having no more of those runs up the middle. They decided to bring the blitz straight up the gut. Luke Engelman able to get in the backfield untouched, and he was able to wrestle Mauricio Perez to the ground as Perez barely had time to do anything on that handoff. So now we're looking at a 4th and long as the ball moved back just inside midfield, and the Reapers going to continue to go for it here. But they do have a ways to go.
As I took a wrong look at that still, but yes, we are 4th and...
Actually, it looks like they're going to punt, excuse me.
Yep. So I agree.
I'd like to see a fake here.
Yep. Going for a pass. Let's see what he can do here. Pass is up, but it's looking down. On the block there, that was Axel Bertrand, and...
Reaper fans wanting a flag. They're not going to get it as...
Yeah, to the dissent of many Reapers fans, they're not going to get that flag there. It did look like there was a little bit of pressure there by Bertrand, but we'll have to go with what the refs say.
Yeah, Austin Buis, the team's punter, rolling left, trying to find an open man. Didn't find one, so he decided to lob it up in the air and hope to get a lucky catch or perhaps a penalty. Reaper fans wanted that, but they didn't get it, so the Tigers take over on downs near midfield.
I'd say exactly right there. Let's see what Jernigan does. Here comes Bertrand right with the ball. That might have been faked. Yep, Jernigan still carrying the ball, working his way across midfield, going across, getting a fresh set of downs too, I do believe.
And on the quarterback keeper, Tyler Jernigan, number 7 for the Tigers.
A lot of missed tackles by this Reaper defense tonight. Doesn't help when you're diving at his ankles. You got to run up and hit him. You got to hit him low. You got to stay on your feet.
It's definitely tricky, and when you get to this point as a Reapers player going down, we're in the second half of the game. Emotions are going to be getting the best of you. You don't want to be getting too angry because that's going to be throwing off your game too.
Yeah, we saw a personal foul penalty by the Reapers right before halftime. The first half cost them 15 yards, and then that eventually led to another Herscher touchdown.
Well, here we go. We see, wow, look at him go. That is Anthony Coranda going for a long touchdown run. Very impressive, getting around, bobbing and weaving the Plano defense.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier we have not seen that breakout run from Anthony Coranda throughout the ballgame. We finally saw it there, 39-yard run, virtually untouched on the second level. You saw, I believe that was Gabriel Rodriguez, the defensive back, try to bring him down, but Coranda able to make a nice juke move, and not much Rodriguez could do to make the tackle when you have a running back with a full head of steam at you.
Yeah, no, Coranda had had some really fancy footwork there, and good for him going for that touchdown and making that breakout play like how you wanted to see there, Mike. And here we go. That was Carter Hendricks with the ball and it going down. And
it's like they tried a fake field goal attempt with a shovel pass, but it wasn't there. A nice job by the Reaper defense spotting that.
I saw that was Coker walking away with the ball. Well, kind of a tricky situation here, Mike. Reapers, again, just gave up another touchdown, 39-6 here. 7 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the third, and you're playing with fire here as a Reapers player. You want to get that ball across as many yards as you can if you're on the offense, and you want to stop the Tigers' defense, but how it works is you got to make sure you have a level head.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to stay disciplined out there, and we've seen that for the most part tonight. We had a personal foul penalty earlier that I just mentioned a couple minutes ago. Penalties really haven't been an issue. We haven't seen too many of them. That's one thing I've been impressed with. Typically in high school, you get a lot of penalty calls, whether it be pass interference, holding, some false starts, illegal motions, things like that. But we see some pretty disciplined football from the Reapers and the Tigers tonight. It's just come down to talent and making plays. That's what's been the difference here, and that's why Herscher has a commanding lead in this ball game.
We see right front field for the Tigers. That's the big Tyler Stewart there. I made a mistake on his name earlier. I wanted to make sure I got it right this time.
Stewart, the jack of all trades for this Herscher squad.
Yeah, tall Tyler Stewart going for a big kick there. Coker with the ball, I do believe. Yeah, no, that was Robert Lucky there actually with the ball. I was going to say that didn't look like a 9 to me. That was Robert Lucky with the ball, getting a couple of yards there and being put down by Austin Brown from the Tigers.
Lucky, one of the team's upbacks on the kickoff return, as Stewart basically just kicked a line drive, a low one. Lucky picking it up off the bounce.
Yep, just having to be in the right place to get that ball and get it a couple yards a little bit further out of their territory. Still, needless to say, they're in it. Going for a pass here. Pass is incomplete. Left looking at that was, again, that was Eli Gonzalez. Not sure if it was just a little bit of pressure put there on Shettles or Eli not being in the right place at the right time, but it was a little low in my opinion.
Yeah, that's the second time that's happened. Eli last drive was wide open on a pass out in the flats. He had no one around him and a blocker, but Shettles just unable to throw an accurate pass to him. We saw it there. I think Shettles simply rushed that throw.
Coker with the ball, working his way about halfway through there, going for a fresh set of downs too. Coker kind of bringing the power that we wanted to see from the Reapers.
Yeah, he's been one of the bright spots tonight in this Reaper offense. We've seen him with some nice runs. They've tried to run him off the tackles a little bit, and he's done a fairly good job with that. You saw him on that last run push the pile forward past the first down marker.
A lot of power going through there too.
He's also had some nice returns tonight on the kickoffs.
Yep. All right, Shettles with the ball. Hands it again back to the halfback, Coker.
Dimitri Coker gets the call.
And gets a gain of about a fair 3 yards.
Anthony Caranda, number 32, and Logan Fritz, 54, combine on the tackle.
Caranda and Fritz on the tackle there on Coker. So second down, 7 to go on the Reaper 48-yard line with about 6.5 remaining in the third. Coker with the ball, but coming up from behind him again, that's looks like Fritz and
Coker is met behind the line of scrimmage, but still manages to make his way.
No, that was Cole Turner, it looked like.
Yeah, it looked like, I believe that was Logan Fritz that got him in the backfield, tried to hold on to his jersey. Coker able to drag him forward a few yards and turned a what looked like was going to be a loss into a positive play. Reapers now facing a third down and medium, a very manageable 5 yards here as a Tiger showing blitz.
Fake pass there, I do believe. That was going straight for Torrey Jackson with the ball. Very good, working his way across for a fresh set of downs. 5:45 remaining here in the third. Score still remains at 39. So the Reapers 6. And if the Reapers keep pushing like this, we might see another touchdown play.
Tigers brought the blitz on that one. Nice job by that offensive line picking it up and opening a hole for Torrey Jackson as he now gets the ball into Tiger territory.
We might see a pass here because this is almost the exact same situation we were in when Alex Chavez made that touchdown complete pass. Now, there was a pass, but I'm not sure who that went to. And we might have, yeah, that's Alex Chavez, and he's down.
Yeah, this is not good news. Chavez, one of the team's top players on both sides of the football. He took a hard shot from behind as he leaped up to make that catch.
Yeah, he was getting ready to sit back up again, but the ref told him to take it easy real quick. Let's get the trainers and coaches over here and see how you're feeling. He looks like he might be all right, but it was a hard hit. Maybe got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, this is the third injury timeout we've seen tonight. All the solid football players, Jesus Herrera for the Reapers, and then we also saw Bryce Ort, big lineman for the Tigers, go down. He had to get carted off with an injury.
Yeah, hopefully for the Reapers. Chavez just got knocked down a little bit, wind knocked out of him, maybe a little shaken up.
This would be a huge loss for the Reapers. If he's down for a significant amount of time, he's one of the top offensive players. He had a 40-yard touchdown catch last week against Harvard, also a key contributor to the defense at defensive back. And it looks like he gets up and briskly walks off, so that's good news.
There we go. He looks like he's all right. Nobody helped him out. He's just a man of his own power there. It looks like he's going to rejoin his team. It looks like, nope, he's going over to the benches.
Yeah, I think that's a rule. If you are down for a significant amount of time, you have to go to the sideline. You can't just immediately stay in the ball game.
That does sound familiar. I'm going to agree with you there. So, good for him. Let's give him a little break as we go on with the game. Second and third for the Reapers on the Tigers' 33-yard line. Ball handed off to Coker. Coker met with some immediate defense, but runs around, getting some good work and getting a fresh set of downs. Very nice.
He is down.
Another solid run there by Coker. He stretched it out along the left side. Looked like the play was designed for the middle, but there was no room there. He was able to make a nice cut move and find some room along the left side of the line.
Coker might be waking up and smelling what the Tigers are cooking here, getting around their defense. Seeing that going straight up the middle is being met with some extreme tension, he might be going around the side now. Up.
Handoff goes to number 20, Eli Gonzalez.
Eli Gonzalez getting his first carry of the ball game tonight.
Yep, a carry of a gain of 2 yards.
We saw him targeted a couple times with passes, getting his first touch of the football.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
All right, second down, 8 yards to go on the Tigers 23 with 4.5 remaining in the third. Let's see what goes on here. All right, ball to Jackson.
Handoff goes to number 33, Torrey Jackson. He's inside.
We've seen some solid run plays that have worked tonight for the Reapers. That quick fullback give to Torrey Jackson up the middle, that's been effective. Dimitri Coker running off tackle plays, that's been effective. So the Reapers going back to their old wing-back running offense that Jimmy Green implemented when he first took over the team a few years ago. They won 2 state titles with it.
Now
Reapers starting to figure that out again.
You got to be careful because the Tigers did catch on to all the running that they've been doing, the Reapers have been doing. And it looks like Coker gets across for a fresh set of downs. So got to be careful again, like how I was saying. You know, you got the new fresh set of downs, but it doesn't mean you should keep running it. Maybe try to change it up a little bit, change the play, so shake the Tigers' defense up a little bit. No, I'm sorry. It's a 4-and-1. Fourth down, 1 to go. Guess he fell just a few inches short there of that little fresh set of downs.
Certainly 4-down territory here for the Reapers.
Just a gain of anything will help him out here.
Was to Torrey Jackson.
Yeah, it looked like Jackson.
The tackle was made by Tyler Jarnigan. And the ball will go over.
All right, yeah.
And he was stopped short. I was waiting to see what the ruling was. Jackson unable to get that final yard, so turnover on downs for the Reapers.
That'll take all the wind out of your sails for a little bit. All you got to do is go back to the bench and take a breather and try your best next time you go back out on that offense with rush because, I mean, there's really not much you can do about just running into all that defense there.
Yeah, they certainly saw it coming. They plugged up the holes as Reapers still unable to get that score after seeing some positive run plays.
Whistle blows the play dead. There are penalty markers out. We'll await the call.
And we're going to see a whistle blown almost immediately here. Might have been some movement there.
Preliminary indication offside.
Or an offsides against the Reapers. And that's what they'll call it. So first down, 5 to go. Can't be making that early move if you're a Reapers player, especially giving up those 5 yards.
Certainly a transition year for Coach Coons as he had a Division I college quarterback, Tyler Ward, who's now at Western Illinois. He was a 3-year starter here at Plano. He implemented an offense that best suited him, as there's a nice
Stewart there with the ball. And getting about 5 yards past that for a new set of downs.
But while Ward quarterbacked the team, they ran a pistol/shotgun offense, which involved a lot of passing. Once Ward graduated and they went to Keegan Shettles, they decided to go back to their old wingback offense, which was effective for such a long time, but certainly a different style of football. But Coach Coons, who was an assistant under Jimmy Green while he ran that offense, is very familiar with it. And Coons very flexible with the kind of personnel he has.
And here we see, I believe that was Luke Cross going down, but I could have been mistaken.
Ball carrier, 88, Luke Cross.
Yep, that was Luke Cross, the ball carrier, going down for a...
Sandwiches down at the concession stand are now half price.
Luke Cross getting a fresh set of downs for his team. Very good as they continue that offensive push across the field on their own 43-yard line, but looking to get across midfield by the end of this play.
I presume that means hot chocolate also. But sandwiches are half price right now.
All right, ball. Fake pass going over to actually ball carrier. Still Tyler Jarnigan. Jarnigan going for it, crossing the 20-yard line, it looks like, before going down. That was from the 43-yard line in Tiger territory down to the 20-yard line in Reaper territory. That's about a 57-yard run, if I'm not mistaken.
Mauricio Perez with a touchdown-saving tackle from behind, able to trip up Jarnigan by the leg, but that just shows how effective these fakes have been tonight for Jarnigan, as he's been able to fool the Reaper defense. They were all geared in towards the running back on that play. Jarnigan had a huge hole on the left side, was untouched for several yards. It took
a
leg tackle by Mauricio Perez to save a touchdown.
All right, big pass. Tyler Stewart there, the receiver, and it looks like that he caught it, but there's a flag on the play. Let's wait the call here from the refs. I'm kind of curious to see what happened there. I didn't have an eye on it.
Don't know the penalty, but that's certainly a touchdown catch should it hold up. Stewart able
to pass interference
against the Tigers.
That's the second time tonight.
Nullify the score.
Second time offensive pass interference. I'm assuming that's going to be against Tyler Stewart. That's his second offensive pass interference penalty tonight.
You do got to be careful with that, especially with a touchdown play like that. You want to keep that, but
I'm surprised at 6'7", 240 pounds. I don't think he really needs to be pushing off on these defenders.
Be it intentional, or maybe it looks like he did it on purpose, but you really wouldn't think that, would you?
25 yards to go.
All right, well, first down, 25 to go on the 26-yard line in Tiger territory. Or Reaper territory, pardon me. Tigers have the ball. So nice lob pass over to, that is Matt Dorsey. Matt Dorsey going down.
Goes to number 32.
Oh, pardon me, number 32. That looked like a 2 to me, but that was Anthony Coranda with the ball.
Number 44,
that Reaper defense swarming to the football. That's the kind of defense you want to see.
Yeah, that was actually a loss of yardage from going from first and 25 to second and 27. A loss of 2 yards. Good for the Reapers, bad for the Tigers.
This would be a good time to set up a screen pass if you're Herscher.
Well, Jarnigan still has the ball, looking for an opening. Opening goes down. Tyler Stewart's in the end zone. Catches it, I do believe.
Catch is made in the end zone.
That wasn't even Tyler.
Play.
That was Axel Bertrand down there. I'm sorry, but yeah, that was Axel Bertrand catching a big play. Jarnigan getting the pressure put onto him. and eventually making that pass that I didn't think would be complete, but wow, was I impressed.
Yeah, that was a heck of a catch there by Axel Bertrand there in the corner of the end zone as he was able to break free from his defender. I believe that was Jesus Herrera on the coverage. Herrera got hurt earlier. He's back out on the field.
But there was a flag there.
Doesn't look like this is going to stand as you see the teams moving back. But still a great throw on the run by Tyler Jernigan as he was flushed out of the pocket. He rolled right, bought himself more time to find an open receiver. He found Bertrand there in the back of the end zone, and he was able to come down with a nice grab, but unfortunately a penalty negates that play.
Yep, that penalty is going to push us back to the Reapers' 30-yard line as we repeat the second down. So back even further. Let's see if the Tigers can repeat what they just did or if the Reapers will prevail. About a minute remaining here in the third. Jernigan with the ball, going back for a pass, back deep. Decides to run it himself, I do suppose.
Screen pass to number 32.
Nope, screen pass to number 32, pardon me. That was over to Coranda.
Daniel Schultz.
Still a third and very long. Looking at 3rd and 23, so this is a kind of situation where you look to see either screen pass, but we already saw that. But possibly a draw, a keeper with Jernigan. Although he has shown his ability to throw deep passes, especially on the run.
And as the clock ticks down, we see one final pass over from Jernigan. That looks like it did go too tall player. That was an incomplete pass that was intended for Tyler Stewart with a minute and 1 second and 1.7 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. I believe the Tigers might just want to knee it here at this point.
Well, 4th down and 23, so you're probably going to see him go for it since they're deep in Reaper territory.
Inside what the
as
hay?
Tall and athletic as Tyler Stewart is, I doubt he has a leg for this. As it looks like they are indeed going to go for it with just under 2 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
It does indeed look like it. Yep, there's Tyler Stewart setting up, and Jernigan's ready, and ref's going to blow a whistle. Early flag. It's going to be against the Tigers. Delay of play call against the Tigers, so we're going to go back 5 yards, 4th and 28.
Tigers line up with 4 receivers to the right on that play. They do run a lot of different receiver formations. Last year, they ran a diamond trips formation, 4 receivers shaped in a diamond to the left.
All right, let's try this one more time. Jernigan has the ball. Big pass.
Pass is incomplete.
Incomplete.
In the end zone. Again, it's intended for Tyler Stewart.
And that was intended for Stewart, looking like that was number 34 there, Mauricio Perez. Wow. And
nice.
That's going to...
oh,
no.
I was going to say nice defense there by Perez.
And the Reapers take over.
And that will call it here at the third quarter. Final score of the third quarter is 39 to Reapers 6. Keep it here on Fox Valley TV.
Their support changed my life.
They were like family.
My voice is now heard.
A home for every animal.
My future is bright because they cared.
This is our home now.
Thank you to the 1,200 nonprofits that serve Cass and Clay counties every day.
All right, well, welcome back to Fox Valley TV. If you're just joining us, we are at Reaper Stadium where the Plano Reapers are going against the Tigers as the Reapers start an early run here with Dimitri Coker on the run. Alongside me is Mike Johnson. Mike, what do you think about this previous play or the game as a whole?
Well, so far it's been dominated by Herscher. If all you got to do is look at the scoreboard, 39-6. Tigers lead it, but they just have such a potent offense, so many weapons to work with, so many place formations that they run that they've been able to master throughout their last couple of years as a football squad. These guys have played together a long time now. And eventually, most times it just comes down to talent. And you look at the Reapers, they're an inexperienced squad. They lost all but 2 of their starters from last year. A lot of fresh young juniors, even the seniors on the team didn't really get a whole lot of playing time last year. Reapers even brought up 2 or 3 sophomores to contribute a lot to the varsity squad. Guys like Drew Chernick, who's actually off to a good start this year.
Yeah.
But it's still a very young squad, and it just takes time to develop and takes a lot of game reps. And you're facing a squad in Herscher that went 11-1 last year. So they're very well experienced, and they're looking to get back to where they were last year, even farther.
Yeah, and there we go with the carry there. That was Coker. And as you're right, it all comes down to experience and polish. And, a young team like this, after losing however many of their 20 of their 22 starters, it does come down to polish, and it will come with time.
And it's a transition year. They're going from a pistol/shotgun offense to a 2 wingback offense, which is run-oriented. So Coach Coons, he's worked with both offenses. As I mentioned, he was an assistant under Jimmy Green, who ran this type of offense, so he's very familiar with it, but he's also very flexible in utilizing the talent he has and the personnel he has to their strengths.
And the Reapers try running the ball again as Torrey Jackson goes down about just shy of that fresh out of downs. We're looking at 4th and 1. And, that's right. We are looking at a whole bunch of running here. And they've been trying some of the passing here, the Reapers have, and it's not really been working out in their favor. A couple of shabby throws or misplaced receivers.
But the only problem is when you have a running offense like that, when you fall down by over 30 points, I mean, the running offense really doesn't help you get back in the ball game. Once you find yourself down, 2, 3 touchdowns, running the football, it kind of it hurts more than it helps you. You got to have a passing attack to help keep the chains moving, help keep the defense honest. And so far, we just haven't been able to see that from the Reapers. They haven't totally committed to the pass.
Yep. And that was Torrey Jackson with that previous carry in that play, looking at a 2nd down, 7 to go with 9 minutes, 20 seconds remaining here in the 4th. As let's see what goes on here. Quarterback, that's Keegan Shettles. Big on passing. Goes for a fake pass there. Still has the ball. Goes for a pass, but that's Alex Chavez there on the field after walking off a little bit earlier after an injury. Kind of looked like it went right past him.
Yeah, good to see Chavez back out there along with Jesus Herrera after they were briefly injured, but looks like we had some miscommunication on that route as Shettles threw a pass to the outside and Chavez was cutting in on what looked like a slant or a small post. That's another issue that the Reapers have to get better at is communication, making sure these guys are all on the same page as far as knowing what routes they're going to run.
Definitely so. And we see here now this big defense that we're seeing on the other side of the field, the Tigers. Well, I guess we're going to see another timeout by the Reapers. Yeah, so as I was about to say, though, the Tigers have been putting up a great defense, too. They've been they've had an answer for just about everything that the Reapers have done, save for a couple of plays. Big name players that we've seen on both offense and defense, just to name one. We see Anthony Coranda. He's been just a big, massive force on the defensive line and offensive line.
Yeah, he's certainly done well at his running back position and also at the linebacker spot. Also, Luke Engelman. We've seen some good plays from him at that linebacker position. And the Tigers, they've been running some blitzes up the middle trying to stop this run game of the Reapers. For the most part, it's been effective. Although the Reapers, they have had some success with that quick handoff to Torrey Jackson up the middle and also Dimitri Coker running those off-tackle plays.
And here we see close to the bottom of your screen, that's Alex Chavez, the wide receiver. We might be seeing a big play here, but opposite of him looks like that's Matt Dorsey. So might be interesting to see what Keegan Shettles decides to go for here. Goes back deep. Nice lob pass I think that might be Eli Gonzalez or Austin Bui. Yeah, it's Austin Buis.
Austin Buis has been the team's punter the last couple of years. He's getting in on some offensive action this year. And nice little screen pass to the left side after a fake to the right. Buis doing a nice job cutting up the field and moving the chains for the Reapers.
Kind of threw me for a loop for what Shettles was doing. I was expecting, I saw Chavez out there, that they were going to pass to him, but no, Buis was open and did get a fresh set of downs for the Plano Reapers.
Looked like a quick tight end screen play.
And that's Coker with the ball, fighting his way across, and might have gotten a set of first down, a new set of first downs, or falling just a bit shy.
We just mentioned Bewis. He laid a nice block there, sealing off his man and allowing Coker to cut up right behind him.
On the stop, it's number 32, Anthony Coranda.
And that's Coranda putting a stop to Coker's run, so there's his name again, Coranda.
Some of them cross-buck plays and them off-tackle plays, those runs off the tackles have been very effective for Coker tonight. He's probably got over 100 yards rushing.
Oh, going deep again, Shuttles. Big pass, that's Chavez in deep, he catches it, the pass is complete, might be a touchdown.
Nice job by Alex Chavez beating double coverage.
And are we calling it a touchdown?
With the catch.
He was brought down just shy at about the 2-yard line. As he had double coverage, it looked like Luke Cross along with Matt Dorsey both in the area to make a play.
Yeah, we're going to need
and Chavez looks like he's down on the ground again.
I'm not sure if he pushed himself too hard, and maybe that injury that he had before is maybe acting up now, or maybe a new injury after that double coverage being brought down by that. I'm not exactly sure what would have been.
Chavez being a great playmaker tonight, though. He's got a 43-yard touchdown reception. The Reapers' only touchdown on the night makes another big touchdown reception there.
And whistle blown right now. I'm curious to see what the officials have to say here. Okay, Reapers are... That was a call for some reason. Yeah, but it's a Reapers timeout, and I'd say it's a good place to take a timeout. Sure, you have a first down, 2 to go. You're basically on the goal line here, but you want to make sure you actually get across that goal without getting hasty.
Yeah, and this is where it'd be good confidence for your team if you're able to finish off this drive with a touchdown. You don't want to settle. They're certainly not going to kick a field goal. This is 4-down territory, but if you're able to finish off this drive with a nice touchdown run, maybe you hand it off to Coker along one of the tackles again, or you give a straight-up handoff up the middle to Torrey Jackson. Those have been their 2 bread and butter plays tonight on the run. So
they're
probably going to continue with that. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't.
Yeah, we've seen solid run plays by Perez, Coker, and Jackson. So we might see that. 7 minutes, 38 seconds remaining. The score remains at Tigers 39 to the Reapers 6. We might see the Reapers put up a new touchdown here. Going for a pass.
Pass is complete.
A complete pass there. That was
with the catch in the end zone.
Alex Chavez in the end zone, getting back up after what appeared to be another injury, but no, he was fine. Getting up, getting a touchdown. Score is now 39 to 12. Reapers still trailing, but that's a touchdown to add to their name. That's 2 for Chavez tonight.
Yeah, good pattern as Shuttles on the play fake, rolling right, found Chavez there in the near corner of the end zone, standing wide open. Just a simple pitch and catch, and Chavez already with his 3rd reception touchdown of the season.
And it looks like a no goal. So score remains 39 to 12. Reapers with a newly acquired touchdown.
Yeah, a bit surprising. Manuel Valles, he was a solid kicker last year. Pretty much automatic with extra points. He's missed 2 tonight. Hopefully that's not an issue for the Reapers this year as their kicking game, as Valles one of the few key returnees from last year's squad.
You know, after of all the, I believe we've seen 7 extra point kicks tonight, and out of all those 7, only 2 of them have been made. So it's kind of been a bad kicker's night, too.
Yeah, Tyler Stewart having some issues on the kicking end for Herscher, but they haven't needed those points as much as the Reapers have.
Absolutely,
so.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, with the score with the insurance of 39 to 12, Tigers don't have much to worry about, but you still don't want to be giving up touchdowns. You don't want to be making sloppy passes, especially if you're Tyler Jernigan, who's been making great passes all night tonight. So we'll see what the Tigers have to do if they take it easy or keep pushing that attack, because that insurance is always good to see and makes the team feel a little bit better after the game, too.
Yeah, you wonder how much they're even going to utilize the passing game. They're probably going to try to keep running it to run out the final 7.5 minutes of the ball game, as the Tigers look to move to 3-0 before they take on Streeter next week as they return home. The Reapers will head on the road right next door to Sandwich for the big war on 34.
The big war on 34.
With the Sandwich Indians, who are desperate for a win after 2 one-point losses to Lyle and Richmond Burton, their first 2 ball games. They're
fair catch called for.
Taking on Mantino tonight.
Tyler Jarnigan.
Tyler Jernigan with a catch there. Ball goes straight to quarterback. Pretty cool. All right. Ball actually was last seen on the 38-yard line in Tigers territory. Very shallow kick. Right into the hands of Jernigan. So let's see what the Tigers do here. Very exciting.
Tigers will begin 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Reapers last year started out 1-2 before finishing off with 5 wins to end their regular season.
Yep.
So, still playing football left to be played. This is
handoff goes to
not something the Reapers should get down about. They can rebound with a nice victory at Sandwich next week and improve the record to 2-2. And then after that, it's basically a new season after that.
Yep.
It's a week-by-week sport.
It really is. You can't, from one week to another, you can have so much difference in any team. And this week we've seen the Tigers, they are going 2-0 right now. This might, be the 3rd win in a row, but next week we could see something completely different as they go up against Streeter. I'm not exactly sure on their record right now, but Streeter could bring something completely new to the table that Herscher hasn't seen yet. Why is Lyle ahead? We have Herscher with the ball. I believe it's Jernigan on the carry.
Jernigan on the quarterback keeper.
Yep, Jernigan on the keeper.
On the stop, Jaden Wynn, number 44, along with 22, Ivan Garcia.
Yeah, we saw a big upset last week with Wilmington falling to Mantino in a tight ball game. Wilmington, not a team that loses too many IA battles.
3rd down, 5 yards to go.
Mantino, another team to watch out for that's very dangerous in the I-8 large. The Reapers have them, I believe, in a couple weeks.
That'll be entertaining to see, too. I'm excited to see what the Reapers have to do for later on this season as Jernigan making a nice pass over to, I believe that was Bertrand. Yep, Axel Bertrand.
Yeah, Mantino, the team that knocked the Reapers out of the playoffs last year in week 1 here at Reaper Stadium. So you bet the Reapers are going to look for revenge against those fellas.
All right, 1st and 10. Just across midfield in the Reapers territory. We are on the Reapers 48-yard line with about 6 minutes remaining. And the clock is ticking. I believe we might see Jernigan go for another pass here, but
Carter Hendricks, number 26, now in at quarterback.
Carter Hendricks coming in.
So it looks like Tyler Jernigan's night is done after a solid one.
Yep.
Completed some passes all over the field. Also did a great job running the football. So it looks like they're going to bring in Carter Hendricks to finish out the ball game, the number 2 quarterback.
Let's see what he has to show. I mean, after a whole game of Tyler Jernigan, this might be a whole new thing. Nice handoff there. Kind of being brought down early.
Number 40, Marco Contreras.
Marco Contreras, the new running back in for Herscher, as it looks like Anthony Caranda's night is done.
Yep.
I think Coach Wenzel's comfortable with this lead, and he's going to try to get some second stringers out there to get some reps.
Anything you can do against a team like Plano, who is a big team. They still have much left in them for the whole season. I am pretty sure of this. Now, to see what they can do against this B team here, as we're saying, it'll be interesting to see a whole completely different ball game. No pun intended, of course, but let's see what they do. Another handoff, and Reapers kind of missing a couple of tackles there before finally bringing him down.
To Marco Contreras, number 40. On the stop, number 22.
Yeah, we're at 3rd and 15 for the Tigers. 4 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here. Clock still ticking. 39 Tigers, 12 Reapers.
15 yards to go for the Tigers.
You might see Coach Coons get some other players in on some action. You might see Bryson Schmidt take over at quarterback. Maybe a couple other backup running backs get some carries once they get the ball back on offense.
And the clock ticks down to about 1 second for making the play. There we go. We see
handoff goes to number 3.
Bertrand with the ball, getting a nice run. And not too far from the original line of scrimmage, makes it a couple of yards across that. It's about maybe 2 yards, so I'm going to say we're going to have to go 4th and 8.
Ivan Garcia in on a lot of tackles tonight. He's going to be one of the top tacklers for the Reapers this year after they lost Carlos Martinez last year. He was a real beast at linebacker. He was their top tackler the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, it looks like they might go for it. Looks like they're going for the pass. Yep. Handoff there to number 31. That is Kyler Mashing.
Number 31, Kyler Mashing.
And falls just on the original line of scrimmage for the Tigers. And we're going to go for the Reapers offensive push here. 1st and 10 from their own 47.
Number 22 and number 44, Jaden Wynn.
Yeah, it looks like you're seeing a few new players out there for the Reapers.
At their own 46-yard line.
Peyton Shettles, number 5 out there. Looks like Bryson Schmidt, number 8.
Yep.
Mentioned him a moment ago. Number 2 quarterback's going to take the snaps here for the rest of the night.
So 2 completely different teams here. I'm not sure what the Tigers are planning on doing with their defense is what I meant to say.
Dimitri Coker runs off to the sidelines after a solid night running the football.
Bryson Schmidt.
Let's see what happens. I'm excited to see what this these new players on Plano has to do. All right, nice handoff there.
The handoff goes to number 7. That's Robert Lucky.
That was Brian Schmidt handing that off to Robert Lucky and getting a gain of about 2 yards.
A gain to the 48-yard line.
Lucky, one of the special teamers for the Reapers, and up back on the kick return squad, getting his first action on offense tonight. He saw some action a couple weeks ago against Johnsburg once the score got out of hand. He's another up-and-coming Reaper that they're looking to get some action.
All right, I believe that's Lucky again with the ball. It is Lucky with the ball going down about midfield.
7, Robert Lucky. Tackled by Marco Contreras. Ball right at the midfield stripe. It'll be 3rd down and 7 yards.
So
to go.
2.5 minutes remain here in the game as a whole. 3rd down, 6 to go for the Reapers at exactly midfield on the 50. All right, holding onto the ball, that's Schmidt going back deep, looking for a pass, but getting pressure put onto him, whipped around and dropping the ball. They're going for the ball. Schmidt's not going down without a fight.
There is a
And
loose ball, and it's recovered
by Herscher's number 57. That's Nick Raymond. So kind of interesting there, seeing Schmidt go down dropping the ball, but not going down.
Yeah, probably best that he just threw that ball away. He didn't really have anybody open. He was too far in the backfield, but I got to give him credit for a nice alert play there. After he fumbled the ball, he was able to trip up Nick Raymond. You know, typically quarterbacks, after they get slammed to the ground like that, they get a little discouraged and they don't finish off the play, but he was alert enough to get up and trip up Raymond and prevent a touchdown.
Which, again, might have discouraged them a little bit more, and that would have scored up to 45, but thankfully that didn't happen. So good job. Nice awareness there by Brian Schmidt, knowing exactly where the ball carrier was after going down like that.
Yeah, Bryson spending the summer.
Press off players, please report to
Bryson spent the summer in Summer League Baseball as a pitcher, playing in games around the country. He made the varsity baseball team as a freshman a couple of years ago. Now his junior season. He's got an arm, so we'll have to see if he's able to complete some passes throughout the year when he gets into the ball game, but he is behind the senior Keegan Shettles. But he's certainly set to take over the reins at quarterback next year.
All right, so as the Tigers get ready to line up, clock ticks down past 10. Ball goes up, handed off to number 40. That is Contreras. And
handoff goes to number 40, Marco Contreras.
Yeah, both teams having their second, third stringers out there to finish out the ball game.
all right, about 1 minute, 5 seconds remaining here. Let's see if Tigers can go for one more final push.
Looks like they're just going to run the ball and kill the clocks for now under a minute.
All right, ball handed off again to Contreras. Contreras going for the run. He's going for it, and he's down just shy of the end zone.
Touchdown saving tackle there by Uriel Rodriguez. That could have been the final score of the ball game, but he stops him just short of the goal line.
And the clock is ticking down. About 30 seconds remain in the entire game. First down, 4 to go. First and goal here.
And the Tigers will take a knee on what is the final play of the ball
Well,
game.
that is going to be the game here, Mike.
Yep, victory formation as the Tigers head home happy, a 3-0 record. They'll head back to their home field next Friday to take on the Streeter Bulldogs. Meanwhile, the Reapers at 1-2, still playing football to play, and they'll take on their arch rivals, the Sandwich Indians, next week on the road. That could be a huge game as Sandwich desperate for a win. So is Plano. Neither team wants to fall well behind, so we'll have to see what happens there next week. But certainly a learning experience for the Reapers. Their first I-8 large conference game tonight against a very well-experienced squad from Herscher. And for the Reapers, a very young squad that's still trying to figure things out. Hopefully they get things figured out quickly here, because 9 weeks goes by fairly quickly in high school football.
It does go by faster than you can imagine, and depending on the outcome of the game in Sandwich tonight, both teams could have a 1-2 record. So we'll see how it goes next week against the on the War on 34, the Indians against the Reapers. It'll be very exciting, Mike.
It's going to be a lot of fun there next week, that's for sure.
Great game played against both teams, Tigers and the Reapers. Tigers do come away with a win tonight. Final score 39-12. Credits go out to our cameramen who are out here, and as the temperature drops, good shout-outs to Felix Fontanez on camera and also Victor Mejia on camera. Thank you to our director and producer, Mike Reynolds, from the Reaper Stadium in here at Plano, Illinois. I'm Tom Molding, and Mike Johnson alongside me tonight, and hopefully you all have a wonderful night.